Hi. So my name is Dhruv Tripathi, CEO and founder at Print Fashion Forecasting Company. So today we're gonna understand how one color could have different importance at different locations. So as the topic speaks loudly, today topic one color, five markets and five different futures. So here in this topic, we're gonna cover how one color could work differently for different type of the consumer, for the different markets, for the different regions, for the different consumer group. So for that reason, we're going to understand based on Afton's own color intelligence platform, that is our color predictive tool. So let me share my screen. That would actually help you to understand how things work differently. So I'm going to share my screen now. So as you could see over here, we're going to cover four locations. The first one is New York, that is USA, New York, and Nigeria, Lagos region, London, and Paris. So these are four different locations for different types of the consumer, for different types of the need, and four different types of the cultural connection to one single color. So as you could see over here, we're gonna try to understand season SS28, and the consumer group is women, Gen Z, and the garment category is active wear. So this will be replicated for a different location to understand how one single color that we are trying to understand is rooibos tea will act differently at different region. So the first thing that you're going to understand for the US, New York market, and the subcategory is sports bra. We have already analyzed this specific color for the New York location. As you could already see over here in this chart, this specific color started to grow in SS26 kind of very rapidly, and also it was growing from SS25, and then it's keep on growing in autumn 2025, and in pre-fall 26 we have also seen it, and in autumn 26. And our projection say like resort 27, SS27, pre-fall 27, and autumn winter 27. This should be likely kind of little decline in autumn winter 27. But let's look more deeply how it actually gonna work for the US market, New York region. So here, based on our own predictive intelligence methodology, you could see the color is getting paired with the more likely cooler neutral tones, and there are only few more likely very negligible accents basically. So overall the best pairing or the harmony is getting built through the more cooler tones for the New York market. And this is because the Gen Z shifts from earthy wellness to the performance clarity. Rooibos tea is being repositioned as a high contrast power pop against cool tone, technical and atmospheric palette. This is for the New York market. Now let's look for the Lagos region, how it is getting positioned over here. So as you could see, this specific color is again getting paired with cooler tone. But for the Lagos region, there's a kind of high contrast. For example, this rooibos tea color is getting paired with these specific cyber lime, graphite, and the cloud white. Apart from that, sky digital, and then the hyper pink. So you could see in Lagos region, the colors are kind of very different pairing. The pairing of the colors are kind of very much different compared to the New York. And if we again further try to understand for the London market, so here the colors are more into the earthy inclination. Here for a rooibos tea should be utilized as a similar statement or emotional anchor in a sports bra, paired with the neutral foundation to maintain a premium white luxury aesthetic. A scent of muted sage and glacier mist provides the more better, you can say, like uh, premium quite luxury styling for the London market. And you could see the key colors that is getting paired: a deep espresso, soft parchment, wood stone, muted sage, and then again you could see more earthy, while in the New York more cooler tone, and in the Lagos more bright neon shades are more important over there. And as we move over here in France, we could see there is a little bit mix of New York, and then there's a little bit inspiration from London fashion. So here Genji is moving away from the purely earthy branding toward a tech grounded aesthetic that values functional clarity over sentimentally. And the rooibos tea will survive as a smart accent that anchors high frequency synthetic performance ballet. And the key pairings are kinetic clay, that is rooibos tea, deep ocean, technical cloud, and steel gray, pure white. That is for the premium contemporary, and the digital earth, that is kind of working with a matte bone, and the digital aqua lunar gray, that is for the streetwear disruptor. And it is again, so here in the uh, Paris region, rooibos tea is acting as more like ascent, and uh, not as the main color, you can say, like that basically. So now let's look into the social relevance, how socially this is acting for Paris region. So emotional position, if you look for the emotional position that occupy the territory of grounded warmth, a cooler that feels both comfortable and intellectually curated. And if we look for the New York region, this is more towards the uh, sense of grounded vitality, balancing the need for self-expression with a desire for calm and authentic nature-driven comfort. And the consumer aspirations are, the consumer is expressing an identity that is both active and thoughtful, prioritizing wellness, sustainability, and intentional living. And if we go with what exactly people are talking in the region, so this is summer solistic wellness festival, that is more likely uh, California relaxed, and serenity is the key theme. And the product direction is kind of flowing, relaxed, cocoon, bamboo jersey, organic cotton, tonal stitching, tone on one. And this is perfect for late spring summer outdoor fitness. And for the Lagos region, this is more likely represents a bridge between high energy performance and the grounded everyday sophistication for the modern Nigerian woman. And the consumer is aiming to express a quietly confident identity that feels both locally rooted and globally relevant. And if we look for the London, this is more connected towards uh, a sense of grounded stability and quiet authority is in an otherwise chaotic digital landscape. The consumer seeks to project a sense of effortless, intelligent wellness, someone who values performance but refuses to compromise on sophisticated earthy elegance. And to check out basically the key events in this specific region, that is women in prints 150 years of liberty textile, that held in 21st June 2026. And this provides a grounded heritage focused narrative for SS28 collection looking to move away from fleeting trends. Now let's look into the design intelligence, what exactly we could actually create. So the four themes that we could identify connected to the UK market, London specific region is amber core kinetic, resilient pulse, hushed earth, and sovereign utility. So you could see these themes are kind of very different, and they are the brands connected to these themes specifically Amber Core, Kinetic is Gymshark, Sweaty Betty, Lululemon, and Pagania. And this is for the three season. And if we look for a US market, the key themes are resilient Ember Kinetic, a high performance design language that transitions to that translate the warmth of Rubio's tea into focus, endurance driven aesthetic for the New York studio environment. It emphasizes compression, technical precision, and a grounded psychological state for the active Gen Z athlete. And the key brands: Hello Yoga, Outdoor Voices, Girlfriend Collective, and the Athlete. And the another three themes with the most important is the optimistic stability core that maps to optimistic and stability emotion utilizing the color in solid matte finish compression sets to project a sense of unwavering grounded confidence, and the serious calm layering maps to spacious and calm emotion by pairing the deep pigment with airy mesh ventilation panels to a breathless studio reality aesthetic. And digital pulse utility is another theme, mapped to digital ready emotion by using high contrast technical color blocking to emphasize the sports bras structure lines. And the key product ecosystem is high neck compression sports bra, long line racer back crop bra, and the moderate important is seamless laser cut ventilation bras and the cross back minimum support bras. And the key market positioning, if you see, this is more related to the premium contemporary market and then regional e-commerce. So basically, you can go to a regional e-commerce store to get it. And this is not specifically more connected to the mass market. And the consumer profiles are Gen Z as females in NYC, age 18 to 28, who value studio to street versatility and prioritize high performance gear that align with her digital identity. The conscious consumer who seeks earth tone alternative to traditional athletic brides. And the psychology, the values are material intelligence, brand transparency, and self expression through color that feels both grounded and distinct. So this is for the US market. Let's look how different it acts in the Lagos Nigerian market. So the four themes for the Lagos is Lagos Kinetic Earth. And the key brands are Wild, Dumbain, and Wafer Scream, Nigeria, and the Puma. And the key archetypes are the archetype centers on high performance functionality fueled with raw ground intensity of Lagosian urban environment. It utilized the technical moisture wicking textile to provide women with resilient, authoritative presence during high intensity training. And another key themes are solar vitality pulse with the most important ranking, and the digital calm spectrum and the joyful motion rhythm. So solar vitality pulse is focused on the P2BP Efton's own methodology of vitality by utilizing high contrast energetic color blocking to emphasize the movement and athletic speed in sports bra, and digital calm spectrum emotion of calm and technological each point utilizing smooth matte finish compression fabric for a seamless direction free aesthetic, and the joyful motion rhythm target the P2VP motions of joy through dynamic structure cutouts and laser perforated ventilation. And the product ecosystem, high impact compression sport bra, racerback training tanks. So if you look in the US market, racerback training tanks were kind of moderate important, but over here they are very high important. And in the more laser cut ventilation sport bra is moderate, and the seamless crop net bra base layers are moderate important. And the market positioning is this is specifically the premium contemporary regional e-commerce and not for the mass market. Consumer profiles are Gen Z 18 to 29 who balance high intensity gym routine with a vibrant digital first social lifestyle. They value identity driven self expression, functionality, performance, and sustainability. And the secondary audience are aspiring fitness influence and creative professionals in urban center who prioritize aesthetic versatility. So you could see all these things. This is specifically more towards uh, high intensity workout for the Lagos region. And if we look for London, so four themes: the amber core kinetic, a high performance aesthetic that merges the warmth of Rooibos tea with a structured demand for London street gym culture. It focuses on mood, body contouring silhouette that prioritize technical precision while offering an emotional grounding are the visual anchor. So Gymshark, Sweet Tea, Betty, Lululemon, and Pagnia, Panga. And the key themes, another key themes, resilient pulse, hushed earth, and sovereign utility that map to vitality by utilizing high contrast, energetic color blocking to emphasize muscle definition and movement during high intensity training. And another important theme, the hushed earth maps to serenity by pairing the color with soft touch matte finished fabrics in monochromatic set to promote a calm, mindful aesthetic for low impactful discipline like Pilates or yoga. And another important thing is sovereign utility, but it is kind of very less important compared to those two important themes. And the product ecosystem, high neck bonded sport bra, there's a back performance, and these two are very much moderate. And the market positioning, this is premium contemporary strong and mid-market strong, department store performance very moderate. So we can say this specific color is more moving toward the premium and the mid-market region. And the consumer profile is London-based Gen Z female 18 to 20 active in fitness community value aesthetic consistency and the mental wellness. So they prioritize intelligent utility, seeking high performance technical specs paired with colors that provide emotional stability. And let's look into the Paris region. This is more four themes: the sanguine kinetic performance. This archive centers on intersection of high frequency physical exertion and grounded earthen color identity to utilize technical fabrication to translate the deep organic warmth of rooibos into a high performance suite wicking aesthetic suitable for the Paris fitness landscape. Key brands are Satisfy Running, Marine Series, Active Line, Decathlon, and the Girlfriend Collective. And another three important themes are restorative technical flow and the authority composure shift and the witness clarity score. So the product ecosystem, high impact compression sport bra, seamless racerback crop tops, bonded seam long line bras, reversible ventilation bras. These are models basically. And luxury concept stores. So markets are like for Bon Marsh. This is basically for the luxury concept store, which is kind of very important color. And the premium contemporary, for example, Gallery Lafayette, and this is very big for the brands like Decathlon. So these colors are not that much important for the mass market brand like Decathlon. And the consumer profiles are Gen Z, Parisian women, actively balancing intense urban cycling of gym routine with a preference for international slow active aesthetic. And the values are material intelligence, sustainability, signals, and a curated approach to athletic identity. The wellness conscious professional who value technical performance but rejects hyper neon branding. Basically, in the Paris region, the neon colors are losing. Basically, they are not into the consumer's demand. So we need to avoid these high neonish color like the green neon, the pink neon, all kind of this stuff. So now let's look on the design board. So what specific design that we could actually create for them using After's own uh, predictive AI tool that actually builds your uh, complete design direction. It helps you to visualize the thing, also provide the key fabric direction, the print direction, the lifestyle, the textile, the CAD sketch, the key item, all of these things you can actually identify, get at our this specific design board. So here you could see this is specifically for the Paris market, and this color is, as we discussed, is more suitable for the premium, high premium luxury market for the Paris, not for the mass market like the Decathlon brand. And you can pair it with, as you could see, like this is the kinetic clay here. This is specific kinetic clay. This is having the most performance uh, strength score basically, that is 85%. And then we have a this digital aqua, little bit more contrast pairing. And then we have a this atmospheric core. This is basically here this ribose is acting as accent, and also here this is in digital earth, this is acting as accent. Only here you can find in the kinetic clay this is acting as the main color. So this is the color tool that you could see. But suppose that you want to identify, you want to apply this digital earth, little bit contrast blue, light blue contrast. So you can regenerate this specific style or key item for your own purpose. So as you can see over here, so it is regenerating for a color based combination, that is for the digital earth. So here you could see this digital earth is acting as an accent, and this is the black or the gray stone, and the Rooibos tea is acting also as the accent. So this is the new pairing that you could actually do, or the color blocking method. And also you could see this pattern, the specific design. So if this was basically based on this kinetic clay, but if you want to design it for digital earth, you can also do that by generating this specific print direction based on this digital earth color harmony. So let's look what exactly you could see. Yeah, so here you could see this specific color combination based on digital earth. And if we want to see the CAD sketch, you can also do that. Apart from that, you can also generate the colorway lineup to present to your boardroom. So let's see. So this actually also does, you can see these are the four looks, and the hero, commercial, the statement, Rooibos foundation. These are the key combination that acts as the hero, and then the technical cloud. Yeah, so as you could see, you have the complete by meeting range plan, and then the hero combinations, the commercial neutrals, all you can do that throughout that one. And let's now check out the London. So we have a four theme and three important. The one is Amber core kinetic, first earth, and the sovereign utility. So here we have a three important color palettes: the earth vitality with the 92% score, the atmospheric clarity, and the urban pragmatism. So we have utilized this specific color, atmospheric clarity. But if you want to build the color story on this specific earth vitality, you can do it again. Also, this specific uh, theme is based on the London Gen Z women who navigate high-paced fitness communities and demand aesthetic consistency for their mental, physical well-being. And the mood keywords are amber, core kinetic. So yeah, you can see this is specific direction. This is more earthy side, as we have discussed. The tones are more earthy direction. And if you want to generate the mood board, you can certainly generate the mood board for your brand. So basically, through this method, you are able to pick the colors, you can test the color, and based on one color, you can build a story, complete story that will help you to understand will this specific color work for your market or not. Or even if you are a big brand basically, or design manager, you can think of targeting different location. For example, even in the Paris or in a US market, you may target specifically for in Seattle, California, Washington. Yeah, so you can see here is the key mood board based on that. And again, this is the collection storyline. The kinetic foundation is the most important opening statement, and then the commercial cores are square neck, long line bra, tailored wide leg trousers, high neck racer bag sport bra, high waisted compression leggings, and then the editorial peak or the bonded peak. That's, that is based on the asymmetric strap, bralette, midi is length wrap skirt, and the post studio closure, that is soft touch lacer bag bra and oversized boxy. And if you want to generate the colorway lineup, you can also do that. So here, this is the earth vitality is the most important, the kinetic foundation, and then the second one is the layered digital equilibrium, that is the Persian lux, espresso depth, rooibos core. Yeah, as you could see, this your complete color lineup got generated, and you can actually present to your studio or your presentation whenever you require. Now let's look for the Nigerian market. So we have a three important themes: solar vitality pulse, digital calm spectrum, and joyful motion rhythm. So solar vitality pulse is kind of very important, you know, theme. But here we have analyzed this digital calm spectrum theme. But if you want to check out what exactly this Lagos kinetic earth, and you want to apply this most important color palette, that is the 92% score. Yeah, so it is generating, and while it's generating, let's see what the creative vision, that is Lagos based Gen Z women aged 18 to 29 who demand high performance studio to street versatility that reflects their dynamic digital native lifestyle. And the design archetypes are Lagos Connecticut, from the disciplined focus of early morning targeting to the vibrant high energy social pulse of Lagos. So yeah, so as you could see, this is more culturally connected to Lagos market, and the high neon green color are kind of very important for this specific region. This is also very much culturally connected, and these riches that you are seeing over here, these riches, this is kind of very creative and culturally connected, and these perforation are also part of very warm weather that is in that is for the Lagos market. And as you see, like the collection storyline, that is the kinetic opener, and the studio flow bra, and the urban pulse for the editorial league, and the closure one is the closure set, that is the closure cross back strap sport bra, high waisted biker short, and asymmetric wrap front sport bra, technical cargo skirt. So here you can get all the key insight how you can actually plan your assortment. And this is the colorway lineup. Again, if you want to create, you can certainly do that. Also, you can see the color placement guideline is also provided in this section, like the primary shows the body panels, the shoulder strap, and the under bust bra band basically. So here you, and the accent zones are the color binding, the pocket, where the logo branding. So yeah, you can see all the color related bra there. And you have the trim and hardware palette. You can also generate that trim preview from here. So yeah, it's done. Now let's look into the final collection design board for the US market. So US market has the cooler co- combination with the rooibos tea. So this is the most important thing in the studio to street, and the resilient ember kinetic and digital pulse utility and spacious calm layering. So let's check this one specific theme. Okay. Yeah. So here you could see this collection moves toward more cooler gray tones, cooler side of the tones, and the combination is rooibos tea. And if you want to further apply more this atmospheric shift, so you can also generate this specific color combination based trend direction for this. And the key mood boards are creative visions are this is based on for the women who integrate the high perform active wear into their daily studio to street lifestyle. And the design archetypes are resilient, ember, kinetic. So yeah, you can see this entire collection is kind of very cool, feeling more connected to the New York culture. The consumers group are more, you know, connected to that. This is for SS28 market, and I'm going to show you if you shift the direction for a different season, the whole entire color combination going to change. So yeah, you can see. And again, the collection storyline moves around the morning foundation, the atmospheric flow, the technical velocity, the composure closure. And again, you can certainly, uh, create your own colorway lineup. So for your interest, how this platform works for a different season, the same color, how it's going to perform for a different season, different region, different market, different product category. Let me just show you for today's understanding this is specific. Let's go for autumn winter 27 for your understanding. So let's try for autumn winter 27 how this overall color combination change for the US market for the autumn winter 27. So let's analyze for the same Gen Z market. Yeah. So for the autumn winter, this moves toward little bit earthy, less cooler, and you can see this is pairing with the basalt gray, the soft parchment, the carbon core, and the steel blue. And another combination that is not very important but medium strength alignment score is 75% only. That is for mass market ready. That is the botanical tech. And then the digital dusk is very high strength. Alignment score is 90%. So here you could see the alignment score for the urban canyon is 85 and the digital dust is 90%. So digital dust is kind of the correct combination that is more likely a streetwear disruptor, and the dye complexity is high, the cost is high, and the high grunge composition tricot semi gloss tech, and the moisture magnet interlock matte smooth is the most important fabric recommended material for it. And the activewear application is perfect for high impact strappy sport bra with complex geometric cutouts, rugosity, and steel blue act as the primary contrast element. Now, I'm not going to take you to this social relevance. You can calculate over here. My next interest is how the design direction gonna change over the season. So we saw the colors going change, and let's look the key themes that are actually emerging. That is the technical calm resilience, intellectual pure utility, and the balanced familiar flow. And this is, you can see this color is for every color combination for the autometers 27. This is from premium contemporary. This could go for the mid market. This could go for the direct to customer. That's very strong. And the consumer profiles are at 90 to 29 who value organic tech, aesthetic, and integrate the fitness into their daily hybrid lifestyle, value transparency, sustainability, recycled material, and color palette that offer emotional grounding in high stimulus digital environment. So let's directly jump into the design board. What exactly the design that we could see for the Automotive 27 compared to SS27. So you could see the shift of the color. So in the shift is from cool tone to the more earthy tones, and from the luxury market to more into something mass market, direct to customer market. You can fit this specifically for that. So here you could see the change in direction, the complete change in the design direction. Here you could see the colors are urban canyon and digital dusk. So let's apply this digital dusk for this specific most important color direction. Yes. So you could see this looks a kind of very perfect design. This is one off-shoulder bra tops and then different, more a better pairing kind of. And if you want to understand the lifestyle, you can also do the thing. So basically, digital dusk looks more relevant, a better combination. And while it's generating, let's see the collection storyline and the colorway lineup. So yeah, so it got generated the lifestyle. So let's generate the colorway lineup before we wind up today's session. So you got to understand one simple color is not a guarantee that you could apply the same way you are applying in the US market, or more specifically the New York market could not be applied in the UK or London market, and in the Paris, in the Milan, in the Lagos. So all these four regions have different types of consumers. They have the different behavior. So the current fashion forecasting method that is trying to make you apply the same color logic for the entire world or the globally you want to apply the same forecast would not work. Every region has a different consumer. They have a different behavior, they have the different understanding, they have the different connection, the feeling with the color. So the colors should be chosen very, very carefully. And this is where F-Trends platform is built in such a way based on our own methodology that we call P2VP, that we have trained our um, AI model rigorously to identify all the most important pairing of the color based on our own experiences. So it never makes the mistake. It provides you the most important analysis. Even if you change the product category or garment category or the subcategory, the entire color combination going to change, going to shift. So it is very, very important that you can apply, you cannot apply the same color combination logic for a different, product category. And the same way, if you check the digital consumer group, basically, So the young millennials or Gen Alpha or the millennials will have a different uh, importance to different color profile. For example, as you can see, it's already generated. For your understanding, let's try this specific color for millennial, how it actually gonna, you know, build the profile. So let's see this specific color forecast harmony for the millennials. I think will work better than, the Gen Z market. So let's try. So here you could see this is acting as the important color. So here it is leading. So basically the overall color combination is the dominant color for the millennials. And if you move to Gen X, it will be more important for them. Little bit, if we add little bit darkness in this specific color, it will be more aligned with the Gen X consumer group. Yeah, so basically you could see this is the same thing. So you can see how the things are actually changing. So suppose that we want to change this sports bra and try to understand will it how it going to actually change for the track suits or for the yoga wear. Let's go for the yoga wear. It should work since it's kind of in a deeper natural earthy side, and but it currently it's acting as the ascent. Okay, so now I'm gonna wind up this our today screencast. Hope you got to understand. Whenever you're planning your product development, design development, it is very important to not apply the way you will keep on applying the color. The color should be connected to consumer. It should be connected to different product category, different design, different consumer group, different region. So every region has a different consumer demand. That's why F-Trend has built something that is hyper contextual trend forecasting. It is not like one idea will fit for every location. It is not like one report gonna work for entire world. So our method could help you to work on your own collection instantly without waiting to get the report. You can try 4 5 color combination based on your own intuition and apply it to build your own color palette and start working. So thank you. Have a good day.